for consulting and tax. I'm a CPA, been in the industry for about 20 years doing helping people with their taxes. Sam and I are here. We're going to do a Facebook Live series on businesses and taxes. So it's mostly geared towards those startup businesses, but even if you've been around a little while, hopefully you'll get some use out of this. So this is Sam's first Facebook Live.
Yo, let's go.
Now, I did a series a couple weeks ago on cash management, so like I'm a pro at this Facebook Live thing, but Sam's kind of new at this, so, give him a little bit of slack. But anyway, I've been helping people with their taxes for a long time, but I'm a new business owner, just like you guys are. I just started my business about 2 years ago. So I'm in the midst of that new business stuff, figuring out the marketing, which sometimes is fun and sometimes really suck, right? So I'm right there with you in the trenches, but I do have a lot of knowledge about tax. So hopefully this is going to help you out in that tax area that I know is pretty scary for a lot of business owners. So let's get going.
Yeah, and I'm Sam Jones. I'm a financial planner here at Vitality Capital Management, and we help a lot of individuals with financial planning, with investment management, with tax planning. And I think there's just a lot of power when it comes to combining both tax planning and financial planning together.
Yeah, I totally agree. So even though Sam says he works at Vitality Capital Management, technically I work there too. So I'm what's considered an IAR. So I have my Series 65 financial planning license. And the reason that we work together is that when I started my business, I knew that I wanted to be able to integrate financial planning and taxes because I'd seen so many tax returns over the years where the financial planning and the investment side are not communicating with the tax side, and there's so much opportunity for tax savings there. So I knew that I wanted to be able to integrate those two together so that I could really help people get to where they want to go in life, which is my passion. I love helping business owners figure out what their why is and helping them structure their business and their tax savings so that they can get there.
Awesome. So today specifically, we're going to talk about how to calculate your taxes and your income, how to track your income and expenses, and then how to file your taxes. And I just want to throw out a quick disclaimer. This is not meant to be legal or investment or tax advice. You should definitely seek the advice of a professional for any of those services. This is meant for educational purposes only.
Sweet. So we just made our insurance company happy, so we can move on. All right. So first, this is how our flow is going to go today. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about how your income is calculated. We're going to talk about how to track your income and expenses, and then we're going to talk about how to file your taxes. So I'll kick it off with how your income is calculated. So for a lot of you, you might be sitting there, I got this. Like, I know how income is calculated. So you guys can just sit back and relax, right? And be like, I got this area of my business going. But for the rest of you, the ones that might not admit that you don't know how this is calculated, I'm going to lay it out for you, and then you can know, right? Okay, so basically you've got your money coming in, which is your sales, and you've got your money going out. So your income is calculated by just taking your sales and minusing out your expenses. No big deal there, right? And so that number is called your net income. And for tax returns, that's called your taxable income for your business. Now, if you're talking to your accountant and they're using their accounting lingo, which they love to do, they're going to call this your profit and loss. So if you got an accounting system set up, the report you're looking for is your profit and loss report.
So for small business owners, why is it important to have a profit and loss? Like, why is that important?
So you gotta know how you're doing, right? You started your business to make profit. I mean, you want that profit to be up there. And if you are not tracking that, so then you're not doing everything you can in your business to really get that profit up there. I can't tell you how many people that come along and they don't track their expenses during the year, and then they're like they come in and they don't really hand shoe boxes over anymore. I mean, that's kind of the accounting stuff. They hand you this shoe box of receipts and you're like, do something with it. So I don't see many of those anymore, but I do see a lot of like Excel files that they've done the night before. I see a lot of, they even put all the stuff in the week before, right? And that is great from a tax perspective, I guess, because you now know how much money you've made for your tax return. But it did you no good during the year because you have no idea how your business did. You don't know if your profit is going up like you want it to, right? So I just don't get surprised at the end of the year. So that's my recommendation is that you don't just do your accounting just for tax purposes. You do it because it's going to provide you with valuable data that you're going to be able to make decisions with in the business.
Yeah, I just want to just continue on that point. Every great business owner uses data to make business decisions. You don't just do this just for tax purposes, but you learn to use this data to tell you, what to do and the pivots you might need to make within your business, because that is so powerful as a business owner.
Yeah, I mean, with accounting, people think accounting is just, it's just numbers stuff, but like you can get some pretty powerful data out of it. Like, I mean, say you have 5 products you sell and you're tracking the data on that, you're tracking the income and you're tracking the expenses. Like you now can tell which product is doing the best and you can course correct, say product 3 is not doing very well. You can try to figure out why is that not doing well. Maybe you need to ditch product 3 altogether, right? So.
And sometimes I think you think that one product is doing better than the others, but you don't actually realize, and the data can tell you the whole story of what product actually is doing the best. So I want to talk a little bit about how you track your income and expenses. The very first thing, and I would give this advice to any small business owner out there, is to open a separate business bank account. That is so, so powerful. Not only for organization in your life for personal versus business, but for tax preparation. It just makes it so much easier. There's extra legal protection. It's more professional to have a small business or to have a business bank account. Protects your personal identity. There's just so many reasons to open up a separate bank account for your business. So that's one of the first advice that I'd give any small business owner. And then the other thing is, like, how do you track your income and expenses? Like Ann said, we see a lot of people that have used Excel before, and I think that's a great starting place because you at least understand the importance of it. And if you don't have a lot of transactions, Excel can definitely work for you. But there's also other resources out there like QuickBooks Online, Zorro, Zero. I always say that wrong.
It spells really weird.
There's other ones too that you can look up, but using one of those online softwares to track your income and expenses is super powerful, and it just makes the whole tax preparation so much easier.
Well, and one thing I'll throw in here is that a lot of people think, I'm just going to use Excel because it's cheaper. But I have seen people spend hours and hours on Excel when they could have gone and got a QuickBooks subscription for $20 a month. And if you know how to use QuickBooks Online, like you can literally set that up to pretty much do your accounting for you. So the time savings that they could have capitalized on by using QuickBooks Online versus Excel is like unbelievable. And like business owners don't realize that. If you're looking at your time in terms of a dollar amount, if you make $150 an hour and you're spending it on an Excel thing when you could go pay $20 a month, like hands down, like go pay for the accounting software.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of power in delegating what you're not good at and then turning around and doing what you're the best at to propel your business forward. And so, yeah, get a software or use an accountant to help you, a bookkeeping person, because it's so powerful. The last thing I want to talk about for small business owners is just organizing your documents. And you can do this through a lot of different ways. You can do this through OneDrive, the Google Drive, the Box, Dropbox. There's a lot of different, cloud softwares out there, and just organize your documents and your data. Some common folders that I use are like a marketing folder, a legal folder, insurance, a bookkeeping, a taxes, an email template, and then really ultimately just find something that works for you, that personally helps you to stay more organized as a business owner, because that's so powerful.
Well, and the cool thing about having stuff in the cloud is that, you can a lot of those things you can put the app on your phone. So not that I would recommend this, but you could literally almost manage your business from your smartphone, right? Oh, I've got my OneDrive hooked up there. I can go access this document. I can email it to them, right? So anyway.
Yeah, no, it's really powerful. Highly recommended. Those are just some quick tips for you to track your income and expenses and be more organized as a business owner.
Yeah. So the next topic, the other question I get from business owners a lot is, am I going to need to file a separate business tax return? Well, my answer to that is not very straightforward. It's going to be, it depends. So it really kind of depends on who owns the business and the entity type. So if you are just a business owner that hasn't started an LLC or anything like that, you are going to file on your personal tax return, which on a form called the Schedule C. Now, the nice thing about this is that you don't have to file a separate business return. If you're an LLC and you're the only owner, you also just file your tax return on your Schedule C. Now, if you have more than 2 owners and you're an LLC, you need to file a separate business return. Or if you're an S Corp or a C Corp, then you will need to file a separate business return.
And don't worry, I know that this can kind of be a lot to hear, especially if you don't know a lot about like how to structure a business and entities and different things like that. We're going to go into these. A lot of these terms might be foreign to you. So we're definitely going to hit that in the next video.
Yeah. So I just wanted to introduce those so that you aren't like, C Corp, I've never heard that term before. So we'll talk about these more in the next video. One thing you've got to decide too is, am I going to file that return on my own, or am I going to have someone help me? Because, TurboTax has made it so easy now you can file your own personal return on there. You can actually file a business return through TurboTax. So here's my cautionary tale. I've looked at a lot of returns over the years of people that have filed them themselves, and I think probably 8 out of 10 are wrong. And here's where, that statement, I don't know if you've ever heard that statement, the penny wise, pound foolish. Here's where people are like, I don't want to spend the money on a tax preparer, so I'm going to do it myself. And basically when you say that, it's like you're actually like saying, I don't want to save money on taxes. So just a thought, that you might want to get someone involved in helping you prepare your taxes once you start a business. One of the things that we offer is that we do a free tax analysis for people. So say you've owned your business and you already filed a return last year. We will let you send your return over and we'll look at it and see how we can save you money, and we'll tell you mostly if you've done it right or wrong, right? So you can get that little warm and fuzzy feeling. And these are super fun for me. I love doing free tax analysis because it's like a puzzle. I get to kind of figure out, okay, what's going on over here? If I move this over here, I can help them save money. So you get a lot of value out of those, usually some pretty good free tax advice. So. Yeah.
No, and I would just add to that too, like if you're a small business owner, no doubt use a CPA, use a tax preparer to help you. You're going to get so much value and take advantage. Like Anne has this free resource and she adds massive value to the clients that she helps, and to, even if you don't end up working with Anne, you're going to learn a ton about your tax situation and things that you could do to save on taxes. So it's huge.
Yeah, so super fun. So that's an option. And then the other thing is, like, if you're watching this video and you're like, I want to learn about this, if you throw that in the comments, then maybe hopefully it will be in this series that we're doing. But if it's not, maybe it will get us to do another Facebook Live series. So throw in the comments topics that you're interested in as a business owner.
Totally. We're excited so like I said, this is a 4-part series. Next time we're going to go over different entity types and how to structure your business so that you're saving as much in taxes as possible. And ultimately, we're going to go over how much you're going to pay in taxes.
Sweet. So how'd we do? We'll see you. I think we're doing it again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
So, bye.